Let me tell you something. Not every move needs an announcement. Not every goal needs validation. Not every dream needs an audience. Some of the most powerful transformations happen in silence. We live in a world where people broadcast plans but rarely produce results. They talk about the grind more than they actually grind. They post about success before they've earned it. But real power moves differently. Real power builds quietly. When you move in silence, you protect your focus. You protect your energy, you protect your vision from opinions that were never qualified to guide it in the first place. Because the truth is this, not everyone clapping for you wants you to win, and not everyone doubting you needs to know your next step. Silence is strategy, not weakness. Many people mistake quiet movement for lack of ambition, but the strongest plans are often developed away from noise. When you stop announcing every intention, you eliminate unnecessary pressure and outside interference. Silence allows you to think clearly and move deliberately. It creates space for focus without distraction from opinions that may not align with your vision. Strategic silence protects your ideas while they are still fragile. It gives them time to grow roots before facing external judgment, ensuring that your foundation is stable before exposure to the world. When you share goals too early, you invite commentary before results exist. Some advice may be helpful, but much of it can create doubt. Silence prevents confusion, it keeps your direction pure and your confidence intact. Instead of defending your vision, you dedicate energy to developing it. Strategy requires patience and calculation. Quiet preparation sharpens execution. Without constant explanation, your mind remains centered on progress. You become less concerned with how your journey appears and more committed to how it unfolds. That clarity strengthens determination and reinforces internal belief. Silence also strengthens discipline. When nobody is watching, your commitment becomes genuine. You are no longer motivated by praise or recognition. You act because you decided to act. This builds character. It proves that your effort is authentic. External validation can temporarily inspire action, but internal commitment sustains it. In silence, you learn to rely on your standards rather than applause. That independence creates resilience. Over time, your work ethic becomes consistent because it is rooted in principle, not performance for an audience. Strategic silence eliminates unnecessary competition. When you stop comparing your path to others, your progress becomes personal. You focus on improvement rather than impression. Social noise often creates pressure to move prematurely or change direction. Silence shields you from that influence. It allows you to operate at your own pace while maintaining confidence. By limiting exposure to distraction, you strengthen concentration. That concentration increases productivity. Instead of reacting to trends or opinions, you act according to plan. This steady approach produces thoughtful growth rather than rushed decisions. Silence sharpens observation. When you speak less about your plans, you have more time to study your environment. You notice opportunities others overlook. You analyze trends without announcing your intentions. This awareness gives you advantage. Strategy thrives on information. By observing quietly, you gather insight without revealing your position. You learn from others' mistakes and refine your own approach. Silence becomes preparation. It strengthens timing. When the moment arrives to act boldly, you move with confidence supported by knowledge and careful evaluation. Quiet movement also reduces pressure. When expectations are low, freedom increases. You are not burdened by constant scrutiny. This freedom allows experimentation and growth without fear of immediate criticism. Mistakes become lessons rather than public failures. You adjust privately and return stronger. Silence provides room to refine skills and strengthen weaknesses. Without the weight of public judgment, progress becomes smoother. Over time, this privacy builds competence. Competence produces confidence that is genuine and steady rather than dependent on external approval. Strategic silence cultivates patience. It teaches you to value long-term impact over short-term recognition. While others chase attention, you chase improvement. Patience ensures that your growth is sustainable. You resist the urge to reveal unfinished work. Instead, you allow development to mature fully. This deliberate pacing prevents premature exposure. It strengthens results before presentation. By the time others notice your progress, it is undeniable. Silence transforms preparation into power through disciplined restraint and steady effort. Operating quietly creates element of surprise. When you finally reveal your progress, it speaks louder because it was unexpected. Results carry more weight than promises. Strategic silence amplifies impact. It demonstrates confidence without boasting. People respect outcomes more than announcements. By focusing on execution rather than explanation, you build substance. That substance commands attention naturally. Silence becomes shield and weapon simultaneously. It protects growth while sharpening performance, allowing your work to define you more powerfully than any declaration ever could. Focus is a rare currency in a distracted world. When you stop seeking validation, your concentration sharpens. Approval can feel rewarding, but it often divides attention. You begin performing for applause instead of pursuing progress. True growth demands undivided energy. When validation is removed from the equation, your priorities become clearer. You act because the mission matters, not because recognition follows. This shift transforms your mindset. Instead of measuring success by reactions, you measure it by results. Focus rooted in purpose is stronger than focus driven by external praise or temporary acknowledgement. Validation creates dependency. When you rely on others to confirm your value, your confidence fluctuates. Compliments uplift you, criticism discourages you. This emotional instability disrupts productivity. By releasing the need for approval, you stabilize your mindset. Your actions become independent of opinion. You no longer wait for encouragement to begin or reassurance to continue. Focus strengthens when your motivation is internal. You understand that progress does not require constant applause. It requires commitment. Independence from validation builds resilience that protects your ambition from unnecessary emotional influence. Social comparison intensifies when validation becomes priority. You begin measuring your journey against curated highlights of others. This comparison distracts from your own growth. Focus weakens when attention shifts outward. Removing validation restores personal direction. You set standards based on your vision, not on public opinion. This clarity enhances productivity. Instead of chasing attention, you pursue mastery. Your energy remains aligned with improvement rather than image. Over time, this disciplined focus accelerates progress. You invest effort into becoming better rather than appearing impressive. Internal standards are stronger than public expectations. When you define success privately, you control the narrative. You determine what excellence means in your life. Validation often pressures individuals to conform. Focus dissolves when you attempt to satisfy everyone. By narrowing your attention to meaningful objectives, distractions lose influence. You become selective with commitments and intentional with time. This intentionality multiplies impact. Each action aligns with purpose. Gradually, your performance improves because it is consistent and concentrated rather than scattered across competing demands. Silence strengthens focus by reducing noise. Public announcements invite commentary, questions, and distractions. Private goals create mental space. In that space, clarity grows. You can evaluate strategy without defending it. You can adjust plans without explaining them. This freedom enhances efficiency. Focus becomes natural because it is uninterrupted. The absence of validation-seeking behavior preserves mental energy. That preserved energy fuels productivity. Over time, uninterrupted concentration produces meaningful progress that reflects dedication rather than external influence. Focus without validation fosters authenticity. When you are not performing for approval, your actions reflect genuine intention. You pursue goals that resonate personally rather than socially. Authentic ambition sustains longer than borrowed motivation. You feel connected to your mission because it aligns with internal values. This connection strengthens persistence. Even when results are delayed, purpose keeps you steady. Validation may fade, but authentic focus endures. By prioritizing meaning over applause, you protect momentum and ensure that your journey remains aligned with personal growth. Energy flows where attention goes. If attention is scattered seeking recognition, results suffer. Concentrated effort, however, amplifies output. Focus transforms ordinary work into exceptional performance. When distractions diminish, quality improves. You become more efficient because you eliminate unnecessary emotional responses to opinions. Each day becomes structured around priorities rather than reactions. This consistency compounds into noticeable advancement. Over time, disciplined focus separates serious achievers from casual participants. Success favors those who channel attention strategically rather than emotionally. True power lies in self-directed progress. When validation is no longer required, confidence strengthens naturally. You trust your process because you see evidence of growth. This trust eliminates hesitation. Focus sharpens further because doubt diminishes. Quiet commitment produces visible transformation. Others may not see the journey, but they will see the outcome. By removing dependency on applause and embracing concentrated execution, you create sustainable progress built on clarity, discipline, and unwavering dedication to meaningful advancement. Discipline behind closed doors is where real transformation begins. What you do when no one is watching determines who you become when everyone is looking. Public moments are brief, but private routines are constant. Success is not built on stage, it is built in silence. Early mornings, late nights, repeated practice, and unseen sacrifices shape your future. These quiet commitments strengthen actor. When applause is absent, your effort becomes pure. You act because it aligns with your standards, not because it earns recognition. This private discipline creates a foundation that supports lasting achievement. Behind every visible accomplishment lies countless invisible repetitions. Skills are refined in isolation long before they are displayed publicly. Closed doors provide space for focus without distraction. There is no need to perform or impress. You can make mistakes, correct them, and improve without pressure. This environment encourages growth. When discipline is practiced privately, improvement accelerates steadily. You strengthen weaknesses quietly. You build endurance gradually. Over time, these unseen efforts produce confidence that cannot be shaken by external doubt or temporary setbacks. Private discipline requires honesty. When no one else is evaluating you, self-accountability becomes essential. You cannot hide behind excuses or shift responsibility. Every missed opportunity reflects personal choice. This awareness sharpens commitment. You learn to hold yourself to higher standards. That internal accountability builds trust within. Each completed task reinforces credibility. When you consistently honor commitments privately, you create integrity. Integrity strengthens confidence. It allows you to stand firmly in public because you know your preparation is genuine and complete. Sacrifice often happens in isolation. Choosing to work while others relax demands mental strength. Discipline behind closed doors involves delaying comfort for progress. It means turning down distractions and prioritizing improvement. These decisions may go unnoticed by others, but they shape your future significantly. Each sacrifice strengthens resilience. Over time, the willingness to endure temporary discomfort produces lasting growth. The quiet discipline of saying no to distractions and yes to development builds momentum that compounds into measurable advancement. Consistency is easier to measure privately. Without audience influence, your routine becomes authentic. You cannot rely on public deadlines alone. You create structure because you value progress. This self-directed discipline ensures steady movement. Even when motivation fades, routine carries you forward. Repetition strengthens skill. Each private session adds depth to your competence. Gradually, what once required effort becomes natural. Mastery develops quietly through disciplined repetition, performed consistently without applause or external validation. Closed-door discipline also builds mental toughness. There are moments when effort feels unrewarded. Progress seems slow. Doubt may surface. In those times, continuing privately strengthens endurance. You learn to persevere without encouragement. That resilience prepares you for public challenges. When pressure arises, you remain composed because you have already trained through discomfort. Mental toughness forged in silence becomes your advantage. It ensures stability when visibility increases and expectations grow. Preparation done privately eliminates fear publicly. Confidence emerges from evidence of effort. When you have invested time consistently, uncertainty weakens. You trust your ability because you have practiced diligently. Closed doors provide the environment to refine strategy and sharpen execution. Each quiet session strengthens readiness. When opportunity arrives, hesitation is minimal. Your performance reflects preparation rather than improvisation. The assurance built through private discipline allows you to act decisively when moments matter most. True success reflects unseen labor. Applause highlights outcomes, but discipline creates them. The quiet hours of focused work determine the quality of visible results. When you commit to excellence privately, public recognition becomes a byproduct rather than a goal. Your foundation remains stable because it was built carefully and patiently. Discipline behind closed doors transforms potential into performance, ensuring that when the spotlight appears, your preparation speaks louder than any announcement ever could. Consistency outperforms noise every single time. Loud ambition may attract attention, but steady effort builds results. Many people announce their goals with confidence, yet their actions lack follow-through. Noise creates temporary excitement, but consistency creates measurable growth. When you commit to disciplined repetition, progress becomes inevitable. Each day you show up, even quietly, you strengthen your position. You do not need to declare every move to prove dedication. Your work speaks through improvement. Over time, consistent action separates serious achievers from those who rely on volume rather than value. Noise often disguises insecurity. Constantly talking about plans can feel productive, but words without execution remain empty. Consistency eliminates the need for explanation. It demonstrates commitment through action. When you consistently improve, people notice results naturally. There is no need for constant updates or public reassurance. Quiet progress carries weight because it reflects discipline. By focusing on steady development instead of attention, you conserve energy. That preserved energy fuels further growth, reinforcing a cycle of action that compounds into significant advancement. Repetition builds mastery. Noise may inspire briefly, but consistent practice refines skill. Each small effort strengthens technique. Over weeks and months, incremental improvements accumulate. The difference between average and exceptional performance lies in daily discipline. While others fluctuate between excitement and inactivity, consistency keeps you advancing. This steady movement prevents stagnation. It builds confidence because evidence of growth is visible to you. Mastery emerges quietly through repetition. The applause that eventually follows is rooted in countless unseen hours of focused execution. Consistency also strengthens credibility. When people observe reliability over time, trust develops. Loud declarations may impress temporarily, but consistent performance earns respect. Dependability signals seriousness. It demonstrates that your commitment extends beyond enthusiasm. Over time, steady action builds a reputation that words alone cannot create. That reputation opens opportunities. It attracts partnerships and responsibilities aligned with your reliability. Consistency transforms potential into performance, ensuring that your presence is valued because it is predictable and productive. Momentum grows through repeated effort. Small, consistent actions prevent decline and sustain progress. Noise fades quickly, but momentum compounds steadily. Each completed task fuels the next. This forward movement reduces doubt. You begin to trust your routine. Trust strengthens motivation. As progress becomes visible, confidence increases. Consistency generates energy because results reflect effort. Over time, this momentum becomes self-sustaining. You move forward naturally because stopping feels unnatural. Steady discipline transforms growth into habit rather than occasional ambition. Consistency protects focus. Noise invites distraction and comparison. When you concentrate on daily improvement, external chatter loses influence. Your attention remains aligned with your goals. This alignment increases productivity. You are not reacting to every opinion or trend. Instead, you operate according to strategy. Each day becomes purposeful rather than reactive. By ignoring unnecessary noise, you preserve mental energy. That energy supports deeper concentration and refined execution. Resilience develops through consistency. There will be days when motivation weakens. Noise might tempt you to pause or redirect. Consistency keeps you grounded. It reminds you of your commitment. Even small actions performed during challenging times reinforce strength. This endurance prepares you for larger obstacles. Over time, disciplined repetition becomes your advantage. While others slow down when excitement fades, you continue moving. This persistence builds mental toughness that supports sustained achievement. Quiet, consistent effort eventually commands attention without asking for it. Results become undeniable. The contrast between noise and substance becomes clear. While loud voices compete for recognition, steady performers rise naturally. Their growth is visible through achievement rather than announcement. Consistency transforms discipline into distinction. It ensures that progress reflects dedication rather than display, creating impact that lasts beyond temporary excitement or fleeting applause. Results carry a power that words never will. You can explain your plans, defend your goals, and announce your ambitions, but none of it compares to visible achievement. When results appear, they silence doubt automatically. There is no argument against proof. Effort becomes undeniable when it produces measurable progress. Instead of convincing people of your potential, you allow your growth to demonstrate it. This approach removes pressure. You no longer feel the need to justify your journey. The outcome speaks clearly, confidently, and without apology. Talking about potential is easy. Producing results is difficult. Many people remain comfortable discussing what they intend to accomplish. Few remain disciplined long enough to complete the task. When you choose to focus on execution instead of explanation, your energy shifts toward action. Each completed goal strengthens credibility. Over time, your reputation builds naturally. People trust what they can see. Results establish authority because they reflect consistency. Instead of chasing approval, you earn respect through performance. Letting results speak also protects your focus. When you constantly explain your plans, you invite opinions that may create distraction. Some advice may help, but unnecessary commentary often slows progress. By working quietly and presenting finished outcomes, you maintain control over your direction. This privacy allows refinement without pressure. You correct mistakes privately and improve steadily. When success is revealed, it appears polished because it was developed without interruption. Focused execution produces outcomes that require no defense. Results also build confidence internally. When you see tangible improvement, self-belief strengthens. You do not rely on compliments to feel capable. You rely on evidence. Each milestone reached confirms your ability. This confirmation deepens trust in your process. Over time, you begin to operate with certainty. That certainty reduces hesitation. Instead of questioning whether you are ready, you recognize that preparation has already taken place. Results reinforce discipline by showing that effort leads to progress. Respect earned through achievement carries more weight than attention gained through announcements. People value substance over noise. When your work consistently delivers value, recognition follows naturally. There is no need to demand acknowledgement. It arrives because impact is visible. This form of respect is durable. It is grounded in proof rather than perception. Over time, consistent results position you and you as reliable and competent. Opportunities expand because your performance has demonstrated readiness. Results simplify communication. Instead of lengthy explanations, your progress tells the story. When someone questions your ability, the outcome answers. This efficiency saves energy. You are not defending or debating, you are demonstrating. That demonstration carries authority. It commands attention without demanding it. The clarity of evidence reduces misunderstanding. People respond differently when they see tangible achievement. Words may persuade temporarily, but visible success convinces completely. Letting results speak encourages patience. You understand that meaningful progress requires time. Rather than rushing to display unfinished work, you allow development to mature. This patience strengthens quality. Each stage of growth is completed thoroughly. When the final product is revealed, it reflects dedication. Quiet improvement produces stronger impact than premature exposure. By waiting until performance is refined, you amplify the effect. The reveal becomes powerful because it represents sustained effort. Ultimately, results remove the need for validation. They create their own acknowledgement. When progress is undeniable, recognition follows naturally. You do not have to chase attention or explain your journey. Achievement stands independently. It reflects discipline, focus, and persistence. By concentrating on execution rather than announcement, you build credibility that endures. Over time, your work defines you more clearly than any statement ever could. Underestimation can feel insulting at first. When people doubt your abilities or overlook your potential, it challenges your confidence. Yet hidden within that doubt is a powerful advantage. When expectations are low, pressure decreases. You are not burdened by constant scrutiny. This freedom allows growth without interference. Instead of defending your capability, you focus on developing it. Underestimation creates space to refine skills. Privately, in that space, you strengthen quietly. What others see as limitation becomes opportunity for preparation and strategic advancement. Low expectations remove unnecessary attention. Without constant observation, mistakes become less intimidating. You can experiment, adjust, and improve without fear of immediate criticism. This environment encourages creativity. You take calculated risks because failure remains private. Each correction strengthens competence. Over time, these unseen improvements compound. Underestimation shields your progress while it is still forming. It allows you to evolve at your own pace. That independence supports confidence built on preparation rather than public opinion. Doubt from others can become fuel. When someone questions your ability, it can either discourage or motivate. If directed properly, it sharpens focus. Instead of reacting emotionally, you channel that energy into discipline. You train harder, learn deeper, and prepare more thoroughly. Underestimation becomes a reminder to elevate standards. Each small victory strengthens belief. Rather than proving others wrong through argument, you do so through achievement. Quiet determination transforms skepticism into drive for measurable progress. Operating under the radar encourages humility. When recognition is absent, ego remains controlled. You are not distracted by praise, you remain focused on development. Humility keeps learning continuous. You accept feedback more easily because pride does not interfere. This mindset accelerates growth. Underestimation protects you from complacency. It reminds you that improvement is ongoing. As you strengthen skills quietly, your foundation becomes stable. Stability ensures that when recognizing, On arrives, it does not destabilize focus. Freedom from expectation fosters strategic thinking. When others do not anticipate your progress, you gain advantage. You can observe competitors without revealing your direction. This awareness strengthens planning. You analyze situations calmly. Underestimation provides time to prepare thoroughly. By the time your growth becomes visible, it is well developed. Surprise amplifies impact. Results appear stronger because they were unexpected. Strategic silence combined with disciplined effort produces outcomes that command attention. Mental toughness develops through doubt. Facing skepticism requires resilience. You learn not to depend on external validation. Confidence becomes internal. Each time you persevere despite criticism, endurance increases. Underestimation strengthens self-reliance. You act according to personal standards rather than public perception. This independence builds emotional stability. Over time, you operate with assurance grounded in preparation. That assurance protects progress from distraction and discouragement. When people underestimate you, comparison decreases. Without being seen as a threat, you avoid unnecessary rivalry. This allows focus on personal improvement rather than competition. Growth becomes authentic. You measure success against your previous performance instead of others' expectations. This perspective enhances productivity. You refine strengths and address weaknesses without distraction. Underestimation reduces external pressure, enabling steady progress. The absence of competition, noise strengthens clarity and discipline. Eventually, consistent preparation shifts perception. The same individuals who once doubted begin to notice results. Underestimation turns into recognition. The transformation feels powerful because it was earned privately. Surprise magnifies achievement. What seemed unlikely becomes undeniable. By embracing doubt as opportunity, you convert skepticism into strength. Quiet growth supported by discipline ensures that when perception changes, it reflects substance developed patiently and strategically over time. So here's the challenge. Stop announcing. Stop explaining. Stop seeking approval. Start building, start learning, start executing. Write your goals down and tell no one. Create a routine and protect it. Invest in skills that pay dividends long term. Move like a shadow. Think like a strategist. Work like you have something to prove, not to them, but to yourself. And when 2006 arrives, don't say a word. Let the transformation speak. Let the growth speak. Let the success speak. Move in silence and shock them all.